We caught him. Cody? That day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai, he fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. What kind of a stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? See, we have to think here. Now, obviously, Jack Hammer was the victim. We already know this. And there obviously had to have been a victim. But, the medium of these two is the fact that Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai! Order! The Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying that this man was the victim, Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Wolfhour's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see a poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already entered the studio before I got back to the guard station. Damn it, old bag. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it! I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man, not if you can look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look as the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix! Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix! That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial! What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. Phoenix, show him! There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo! Find the inconsistency in the photo. Okay, so, as we all know, if we go, and never mind, if you think about it, if we look back at our evidence, well, we can't look back, but if we think back, remember how Jack Hammer was found in Studio 1. Now, if you're familiar with numbers, which I don't know why you're on YouTube if you don't know how to count, if you're familiar with numbers, this number right here, it's not a 1, it's not a 3, it's a 2. Why would there be a 2 sign in Studio 1? The only answer to that question is the fact that this photo was not taken in Studio 1. The murder did not occur in Studio 1. The murder and this photo were taken in Studio 2. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edwards sees what I'm getting at. But, that's impossible. Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what we do see is in this photo. What do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? Excuse me. It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo, Your Honor. Here's the true scene of the crime. Let's show him where the real murder took place. Now, if that photo is correct, which there's no other way it couldn't have been, Cody Hackins has told us the truth. The only place the murder could have happened is the dressing room. No, is Studio 2. Here at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The fact that the murder took place in Studio 2 is nothing more than the fact that the trailer is there! As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed the murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, aka Studio 2. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! This is Sparta! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting that he did it to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. Well, if everything we have in our evidence goes correctly, I believe we do have proof, ladies and gentlemen. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Now, if you remember, in the employee area, we found a bottle. An empty bottle. The label on the bottle reads sleeping pills. Now, if everything goes correctly, I believe our friend Jack Hammer here slipped one of these sleeping pills to our good friend Will Powers in order to steal his costume. Meaning that if the fingerprints on this bottle are related to Jack Hammer, I believe we have our answer. Let's present it. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Let's fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should have shown up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. The bottle given to the judge. The court will suspend proceedings in the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbeck may have been the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. It seems the crime was not the Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answer to me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. The trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Barely got out of that one. But we've completely turned this case, flipped the table. We've done it. Phew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too! Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks! Alrighty, and that is it for day 3's courtroom. In the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we will be starting... What will we be starting? We'll be starting the final... I believe this will be the final investigation of the game. Or, the game, wow, the case. Sheesh, it's not the final investigation of the game. We still have 2 more cases. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.